53 also, no?
Okay.
Namaste, Yagmaj.
Yeah.
In this Akhanta also means unbroken, right?
Okay.
And so is it like unbroken means it is continuous or nityam? Is that the meaning?
Continuous. Which
So
means what?
which the consciousness which is continuous. Is that the meaning here?
Continuous means what? What is your meaning of continuous?
Neither the beginning nor end.
Good. So, Anadi Anantam.
Ananda.
Yeah.
Akshata.
Yeah. That will be the derivative of Deshakala Vastu Parichinnaha. Aparichinnaha, sorry. Aparichinna. Yeah. Correct. That will what will happen if there is no Parichinnaha.
Yeah, so because I thought somewhere else, I don't know where I read it was explained as Akhanda is unbroken. I don't know where I read it, somewhere I read it.
Correct. So unbroken. So now unbroken, if you say, is this book broken or unbroken?
No, unbroken from a time perspective, existence perspective.
Okay, so perspective. That if you add the perspective, then that unbroken becomes clearer.
Unbroken means I didn't mean like tearing apart, but exist all the time.
So that is what I'm saying. If we qualify it a little better, then the word unbroken is better understood. Understood. It is fine. And if once we see all these words finally
from a time perspective, not a physically.
And that is why we use the word kala aparichinnaha. Because there you can't make a mistake. Kala aparichinna means if you don't understand that, you have to think through. What do you mean by space-wise not limited? Means we have to think through it. It will force me to think through. And so it is better for something to make me think. And nothing wrong. I mean, that's a translation. Unbroken, it's fine. Unbroken is fine.
I mean, that is probably what is typically translated.
That's exactly typical.
Like, for example, Akhanda Nama Japa means unbroken, they continuously for a few days.
Akhanda Nama. So we cannot apply that to here. To
Atma. No, I'm saying is
unbroken. So that's what unbroken translation. See, that's so we
from a time perspective and also all pervasive, say from space perspective.
Good.
We saw Akhanda in 78 also, no Guruji. Akhanda Ekarasam.
Akhanda Ekarasam.
Undivided oneness. That's what it was translated.
Yeah. Akhanda Ekarasam. That's something.
We saw Akhanda Ekarasam here only somewhere.
Yeah, correct. In Vivekachoodamani.
Or was it Atma Bodha?
I don't know. I thought it was here. Too many. I remember Akhanda.
Vivekachoodamani only, Guruji.
Yeah, it was there. Akhanda Ekarasam.
78. Tatastutau Lakshanaya Sulakshya Tayorakhanda Siddhaye. 78.
Correct. Siddhaye. Correct.
That's when I quoted that Kamalamba.
Correct. Correct. Good. Okay. So we sorted out the Akhanda, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahoji. Prasad, then Ramuji.
Yagmaji. So Chinmatra has come here. Chinmatra is so it's a pure consciousness. So now we have understanding on enlightenment. It is not, Brahman is not just pure consciousness, but it is consciousness itself appearing as the world, right? Mithyatva nishchaya, like falsification of the world, which results as my understanding. I mean, Brahma with Brahmaiva Bhakti, like you said. So the difference, if you see a pure consciousness, the Chinmatra, is the pure. Other day, if you remember, we talked about like it doesn't appear always like pure consciousness, for example, in the air, right? So that's just as a by the way, but my point is also that on enlightenment, it is not just pure consciousness, but it's itself appearing as the world. So which includes body, mind, because as an enlightened person, I understand, like I still see body, mind, senses, and in fact, Brahmakar Vritti also, because as an enlightened person. So the difference, so it is right. I mean, it is mentioned here in the sloka, in the mantra, that just pure consciousness, Chinmatra, but this is other understanding, the falsification of the word, which is how Vedanta defines.
Akhanda bhavaha parichiyate. But it doesn't eliminate your perceptions. It doesn't eliminate the world. It doesn't eliminate the jiva. Jiva must be there to say, oh, I got it. Brahman is not going to say, I got it. And Brahman need not say, I got it. Atma need not say, I got it. And so, yeah, the person, the jiva who is bantaha, who says, I am bantaha, aham bantaha. That person continues to be there and says, aham muktaha. Aham muktaha. Who is muktaha? Brahman muktaha? Atma muktaha?
Aham.
Aham. There aham is who? Aham is...
Brahmaivaham. That's why I say Brahmaivaham. Earlier.
No, aham muktaha. Who is aham? Tell me.
Aham is I mean, see, when so the difference between the two orders, the lower order, it is myself, that jiva who says that.
Good. So the jivatma is saying aham muktaha. I am free.
Yeah.
But jivatma is saying, understanding that my swarupa is that satyam jnanam anantam brahma. So yeah, you're right. So there's never going to be a time when Brahman is going to be by itself. So therefore, we appreciate that presence of jiva all the time. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prasadji. Yeah, Ramuji, question or comment? If it is comment, we can wait for Prema. Okay, Premaji, go ahead.
Guruji, I need some clarification with Brahmavid, Brahmanishta, Jnani, and the Upasaka. I'm getting all them a little mixed up.
Good. So, Brahmavid, Upanishad always talks about this, Brahmavid, etc. So, the knower of Brahman, that is the literal meaning of the word Brahmavid. Brahma veti iti Brahmavid. Veti means Brahma janati iti. Brahmavid, Brahma jnani. One who knows Brahma. Which is the goal of Advaita Vedanta, which is the goal of the teaching. One, we are supposed to know it, recognize it. All right, Brahmavid. The next question is what? Brahma Jnani, right? Brahma Jnani or Jnani, both are identical in our context. Same thing. Brahmavid is Brahma Jnani. Different words, verbs are different. Janati in one case, veti in another case. So different verbs two verbs which mean the same thing really. So Brahmavid is equal to Brahmajnani is equal to Jnani. And Upasaka was the word you used. I think you want.
Brahmanishta.
Brahmanishtaha or Brahmanishta. All right. Right. So because this is a, for so many eons and janmas, I've been leading a life of Artha, Kama and Dharma. with no idea of moksha, no inquiry into moksha, with absolute, shall I say, there's a word for it, totally ignorant of moksha. That's such an oblivious of moksha. That's the word I was using. And suddenly I've been told this, and I'm ready
Yeah.
for it also. Ready for it means for this Mahavakyam. Okay, ready for it also. All right. So I'm ready for it. And so what happens, and I said in this class earlier, this is a deconditioning process because all these past janmas has conditioned me into looking at life the way I've looked at, which is offense defense kind of life. I've got to somehow make it, and finally I'm gone. Then again I come back, somehow make it, and then I'm gone. Somehow make it, I'm gone. This is all the idea I have. Now I have to, I'm told suddenly that Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, and I'm getting it also. It is not some alien statement. I got it also because I'm ready for it. It's not a difficult thing to get. Now what happens? I got it. But because of the conditioning, it will appear as though that knowledge does not stick to me. That knowledge is not making a difference in my life. I am reacting the same way to situation like I reacted before. I am responding to situations the same way I responded before. Why? After all these years of studying, why it is like that? Conditioned. In order to decondition that, I have to decondition myself by reminding myself that no, this is not the way. I mean, I don't deserve to victimize myself now because I'm not a victim anymore. I have to begin thinking like that. I have to bring that knowledge to the foreground. It's been in the background. So the process of getting that knowledge from the background to the foreground is what culminates in the complete deconditioning of myself. And therefore, to differentiate this conditioned knowledge to the deconditioned knowledge, they use the word Brahmanishta. Brahmavit knows it. Now there is nothing else to know. I got it. But still, why do I behave like I always behaved? Why do I feel like so small? Why do I take things? Why do I fight with people as though I'm losing so much? Like that feeling, same thing that I had before. That why do I? Because I don't have jnana nishta. That nishta is not there. Knowledge is there, but the knowledge has to really be live. It has to be alive every moment of my day. It takes some time for that to happen. And that is called Brahmanishta. So they distinguish often. Sometimes they distinguish what they say is in Vivekachoodamani, it's going to come in one of the shlokas actually. Brahmavit varan Brahmavit. Varishtaha. Like that, there is another word. Varishtaha means this jnana nishtaha. Like that it is there.
Three stages. Brahmavid, Brahma, Variyan, Varishtaha.
Correct. Varishtaha. Like that there is words. So that should explain to you why they use the word nishta. It comes in Mundaka. Where does it come? Brahma nishtaha. Which loka? Which mantra? I'm not asking prema per se, just general.
Parikshalokan.
Parikshalokan karmachitan nirvedamayat brahmanaha nastyakritah kritena tad vijnanatam sa gurumeva bigachet. In order to know that, may this person go to a guru. And the guru is defined by two words. Gurumeva bigachet.
Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam.
Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam Samitpanihi. Brahmanishtam. That's how the Guru must be a Brahmanishta. Like that, the Mundaka Upanishad is telling us. Because if the person is a Brahmanishta, then it is no longer theory. It's no longer theory for that person. Until then, it is a sense of theory and practice kind of dichotomy is there. So beautiful. It's nice. Good question, Premaj.
And the other one is Upasaka.
Oh, Upasaka, correct. Upasaka. Okay, now Upasaka is very different from a Brahmavid. Because all along knowledge is being talked about when it comes to Brahmavid, Brahmagnani, Brahmanishta, etc. But Upasakaha, what is Upasanam? Upasakaha is one who does Upasanam. Upasanam karoti iti Upasakaha. All right. Upasanam means dhyanam. Dhyanam about a particular thing, about a particular idea, a particular devata. Devata dhyanam is also called upasana. Okay. Devi upasakaha we say. So Devi dhyanam is there. So that form of Devi that was given to him by his guru or her guru is visualized. And that Ashtabhuja Durgai, whatever it is, and just visualize, and prarthanas may be there, japa will be there, and the japa keeps, many of you have done it. And so that staying with Devi for however long you want to stay, that is that Devi Upasanam. Correct? And whatever else was given by the Guru. So each person gets some Diksha. All right, that person is a Devi Upasaka. In Upasana, there is no Jnanam. There need not be any Jnanam. Let me change that. I don't say there is no Jnanam. There need not be the Jnanam of the nature we've been talking about. There is the idea that hey, you are the creator of the world. You are the sustainer. You are the Srishti, the Sthiti Karta. You are the Laya Kartri. Karta, why Karta? Kartri, you should say, feminine, And so Srishti Kartri and Sthiti Kartri and Laya Kartri. So that is there. That is what makes that person an Upasaka. I look at her as these three. As an example, I'm saying. I look at her as this. That is what? That is not Jnanam per se. It is a belief. It's a strong belief. Strong, very strong belief. But it is not Jnanam per se. Therefore, Upasanam is important and it should be followed by Jnanam. That is what our Shastra will say. And Upasanam is very important. Okay. So then in Kenopanishad, we'll make it explicit. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano yat. We'll say yad vacha na abhyuditam yena vagabhyudhyate. That by which this speech works, the speech emanates, that which is the cause of speech itself, yad vacha anabhyuditam, vacha abhyutam, yena vag abhyudyate, that which the speech cannot access. That's what yad vacha anabhyuditam. That which speech cannot access. Speech has no access to. Today also in class we were talking about it. Okay, that is the Brahma. Hey student, that you're asking, because student asked the question. Nedam yadidam upas. Tadeva Brahma tvam vidhi nedam yadidam. That is Brahma. Not nedam yadidam upasate. Not that which people are doing upasanam on. So it's a bold statement. It doesn't demean upasanam. It says that is upasanam is upasanam. Jnanam is jnanam. They're two different things. I hope I'm making myself clear. So, because now the student is an adhikari, the student has done upasanam. Before Kena Upanishad, that particular in the Samaveda, it is preceded by upasanam. There is many chapters on upasam, Talavakara Brahmanam it's called. Upasanam is there. And so the student has done upasanam. And now come to Upanishad. So the teacher is now saying, now make sure you understand what I am saying and don't take one particular devata to be Brahma. Everything is Brahma. If you did Devi Upasanam, don't take Devi alone to be Brahma. Everything is Brahma, including the microphone and laptop. That Upasanam should have given me that maturity of mind to understand what the Upanishad is now saying. Correct? So Upasaka, generally Upasaka means one who is doing Upasanam of an Ishta Devata. Generally. Is that
Thank you, Guruji.
clear, Premaji?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Premaji. Yeah, Kalyani ji.
Hari Om Appa, Namo Namaha. I have
Namo
the
Nama. I mean, I have to say, Premaji is an Upasaka. Kalyani ji is an Upasaka. Yeah, I know about all of you. Okay. So I'm so happy that you're all here in class. So you can validate what I'm saying. Thank you, Kalyani ji.
I have the original of that 100 the Mahavakyas you told me no.
Ah,
Appa has given me on those days 2010 I wrote 100 full 108 that Mahavakyas. That is with me. I'm very happy that Appa has given me so much of what to do. I can't express that and all. How to and I wrote in 2010 or so. And knowing, unknowing, at last I came to you. That's it. Maha Guru Guru. Dakshinamurti Swarupa.
I think that Ratnavali starts with Yaschayam Purushe. Am I correct? I'm not sure now. Yaschayam, Sayaschayam Purushe. Like that it starts, I think. I'm not sure now. Yes,
It's available on Internet Archives.
Yeah, we can send it to you, not a problem. So, Sayaschayam Purushe, Yascha Savaditye. Like that it starts, I think. If I'm not mistaken. No, I'm not. I take that back. There are a lot of chapters in this Ratnavali. Correct. If you look at the Jiveshwara Aikyam, there it starts like that.
So very nice one. Before my marriage, I am interested in all those things. Appa had given me this. We are 6 members, my brothers and sister, but Appa has given to me only.
Appa knew who to give what. He knew. He knew.
So,
He had the vision already that you are going to read one day.
Correct. Amazing that.
எல்லாமே எழுதிருக்கேன். Knowing, unknowing, I don't know what is what. Nothing, I don't know anything. But one fine day I will come to you. I know that's I wrote.
Namaskars to your father, because somebody had this book. Your father, this book he had means what? And he gave it to you. That means he knew it. He knew the significance of all this, and he said, whatever you do, this will become your guide. This will become the goal of your life. Like that he has given. We should all do namaskar to your father. Really.
Really, I used to do. Dakshinamurti Swarupa only. I used to see you also in Dakshinamurti Swarupa.
எல்லாம் கிருஷ்ணார்ப்பணம் தான். Thank you, ma. Thank you.
I will give it to you. The original book, I will give it to you.
Oh.
Very small, very, very, very small.
Okay.
Very small one.
Correct.
But I will give it to you, pa. எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்லுவீங்க. I have anyhow correct one வச்சிட்டு even I wrote also எழுதி வச்சிட்டு.
So nice.
So I'll give it to you.
So nice, ma. So nice.
Namo Namaha.
So your father is. Tell us a little bit about your father.
Appa is also Srividya Upasaka from Shringeri Parampara. Chandrasekhara Bharati is his guru.
Ah, see that.
Abhinav Tirtha Paduka is in my house. Appa has given to me also that that Paduka is guiding me all those things. ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲಾರುமே ಶ್ರೀ ವಿದ್ಯಾದ so automatically even my guru asked me to come just appa சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தா he had given me the bala uh, guru paramparadike he was telling guru parama guru parameshri paratpara parama shivadi guru ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தா once I had been to my friend's house so now guruma is there no அவங்க சொன்னாங்க யாருமா just I was putting yoni mudra அம்மா கேட்டா யாரு உன்னோட குரு அப்பா தான் சொன்னேன் so she told me tell me the guru parampara I told like this இல்லம்மா அதுக்கு செப்பரேட்டா ஒரு குரு mantra is there so you come to me and then she called me full Sri Vidya அவங்க கிட்ட தான் I was taken doing Purashara everything is my gurupa
Very good. Very good.
for last
Very
year
good, ma. So blessing.
one and the same only akanda mandala karam only yapta mera characharam in Bhavanopanishad also one shloka is there no atmanam akanda mandala karam swaprakasham dhyayet adu very small only Kaulopanishad Bhavanopanishad and everything is in our Sri Vidyalaya cholno katala time la
Oh, okay. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing that, ma. So it is such a blessing for all of us for this. Yeah.
thank you ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
Your parents, your mother, father, so they are still alive? No. Okay.
But Vidya is always with me, no. Chollikuntattu that Vidya is, they are always with me. Or kshanam kuda. That's Purana is she Appa Mada.
Amazing. What a tradition to have.
Guruji, I have a doubt, Guruji. Kalyani ji is always with Upasana. She is seeing God. I don't know. That is a Dvaitam, right, Guruji? Yesterday, last weekend, I went to a talk. There, everything was about God. Think about God, everything. And there is a contradiction, no, Guruji?
What is the contradiction? Tell me.
We are going, I don't know whether I'm putting it right or not, going beyond God. Everything, the universe, right, Guruji? But I too do many, I also chant prayers, everything, but I don't know how these two can travel together, Guruji.
Yeah, how these two can travel together. What are you praying for? That is what will change. Okay, that is what will change. Suppose I pray for the same things I prayed for 50 years ago. I should be healthy, my parents should be healthy, my children should be healthy, they must do this. What Paramarthanandaji will say, your prayers have to change. Prayers have to change because we are not complete yet. We need not be Uttamadhikaris. Everything is, we are growing, process of improving clarity and growth. And so now the prayer should be more centered on Chitta Shuddhi and Jnanam and Jnana Nishtha, today's class. So may you give me Chitta Shuddhi. Because if Chitta Shuddhi is there, then Jnanam is automatic, according to Shastra. So that becomes a prayer. So I pray all right, but what do I want from the prayer we have to be clear about. And let Bhagavan come all the way. Let the Dvaitam be there. This is a good type of Dvaitam. This is a Dvaitam that will remove the Dvaitam. This is the Dvaitam that will remove the Dvaitam. Like a thorn has to remove the thorn. You need a thorn to remove the thorn. So like that, this Dvaitam is important to remove the Dvaitam. And even after the Dvaitam is removed, still the Prarthana can continue. Because I'm still a Jiva, I'm still a person. At least Upadhi is there, Upadhi person is there, Jiva is there. And people are there, and I'm still part of this system. And people may be looking up to you when you become, a jnani, people will be looking up. So then looking up means what? The person is still there. Person is still there. He can't say, I'm Brahman all the time. People are going to ask him. So therefore, that Dvaitam is a required Dvaitam. Required Dvaitam. Now, if you say, I am Brahma, I got it, and that's it, and you can walk away wherever you want. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can say you should do this. Nobody can say you should not do this. Nothing will apply to the person. No advice applies to a jnani. Why? That is how it is. Because the person can't. What will the person get by doing something? What will the person lose by doing something or not doing something? Nothing. Therefore, at that point, that is why they say jnani also has no free will, technically speaking. And so this Dvaitam is required. This Dvaitam is there. And so it goes along with us. It goes along with us. And that is why this sannyasa ashrama is important. Why it is important? To answer your question only. Otherwise Dvaitam will be there and the person will have to engage with people. But a jnani it's irrelevant for a jnani. Why am I doing all these things? The person will ask. But I am a husband, I am a wife and all. So I have to do what I have to do. That's why Swamiji, Paravadyanandaji will say, if you got it and if you really want to be free from duties, there is only one way. Take sannyasa. I'm not suggesting everybody should take sannyasa and all. I'm saying take sannyasa means that is what relieves a person of duties. Where you are free to study what you want, do dhyanam of whatever you want, and do or not do what you don't want to do. Nothing. You're free that way. But at the same time, you lose all the privileges. You lose the ability to go. You can't get anything also. Because now you're surrendered to a system which protects you. The system protects the sannyasi, ought to protect. But can't become a go-getter. That is why some people take sannyasa and then they revert back. Mistake. I made a mistake. Because sannyasa is like that. So I don't see any issues between the two going together.
Guruji, we are chanting something. Now you said we should we chant for what should change, but that thing is not changing. That's because of the habitual thinking, conditioned mind.
What thing is not changing?
Doing things for my son, for my husband, for my daughter. The last one is Lokakshema. The last one is Lokakshema. That's
Correct.
how I try to change, but still the things first, my family members come to mind. I try to make a deliberate effort, but still, எப்படி embrace பண்றது எல்லாரையும்? How to embrace everybody? How that question is coming because இப்ப என்ன வேணும் அப்படின்னு தோன்றது சில சமயம். So what? Let's be quiet. இத வரைக்கும் வச்சுக்கோ. You change your binding desires to non-binding desires, but you continue your prayers.
So I'll give you a thought. Something to think about. You are a devotee. You are a bhakta. All of us are bhaktas. I'll ask you a question. Suppose you don't pray for your well-being. You think Bhagavan will give you bad things? If you say yes, that means you're not a bhakta.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
And if I say yes, I know I will be in trouble if I don't pray, then that means I have not even understood the prayer. That means I have not even connected with Bhagavan after all these years. And so now the time to surrender has come. Because we are talking about the whole. Mayeva Sakalam Jatam is not an ordinary statement. Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati is not an ordinary statement. When am I going to mentally prepare for that statement? If I am still a seeker, I will pray, you give me this. I will give you this, you give me this. It is transactional. I need to let go of the transaction. And Karma Yoga, Buddhi will slowly, by asking for Chitta Shuddhi instead of all these other things, then what will happen? I will get Chitta Shuddhi, no doubt, and Chitta Shuddhi will automatically take me away from the usual things I've been doing. This transactional mode with Bhagavan. Let's have an agreement. I will do this to you and you will do this to me. Agreement. This agreement-based relationship with Bhagavan has to go. Has to go. So slowly let go. Slowly let go. And how can I let go? Lokakshemam. Yeah, pray for everybody. Pray for everybody. I'll ask you a question. If you pray for everybody, is your family included in everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Or if I pray for everybody, I am excluded. No. If I exclude myself from Lokakshema, then I didn't understand what Lokakshema is. Therefore, now, not just my family, but everybody should be fine. Everybody should get help at the right time. Then I mean it, and that prayer becomes very important, because Lokakshemathikku we need that prayer. There are people who are unable to pray, who are unable to do Shraddha, etc. You know, when people do Shraddha, you know what at the last mantra, you know what it comes? Yesham na mata, Yesham na pita. I don't know if you heard this. Yesham na mata, those who don't have mothers and fathers. Yesham na gotram, Nanya Gotrinam. Hey, they don't have Gotra also. They don't know what their Gotra is. Nothing. For them also, I am doing this Pitrikaryam like that.
Jnata, Ajnata comes.
Jnata, Ajnata. You and I are doing Pitrikaryam for people who don't have children and passed away. Passed away, don't have children. Like this, our Lokakshema is there in our Prarthana. Don't think this yogas and all we are doing is for our own family's sake. It looks like our family's sake, but everybody is included in that. So Vedanta says, come on. Let go of all these small prayers. Help me prayer. Help everybody. Why not help everybody? Can I pray? Can I surrender my private need to the need of everybody? The answer to that must be an emphatic yes. Yes. And then I will start practicing that kind of a prayer. Loka Sangrahartha prayer, Prarthana. Loka Sangrahartham only Krishna has advised Arjuna, correct? In that shloka it comes. Karmanai vahi samsiddhim astita janakadayaha loka sangrahameva api sampashyan kartumarhasi. Yeah, you keep the whole in view. Whole means the humanity in view. Humanity means the entire ecosystem in view. That means I, me, myself is gone. It will never strike me that somehow I'm ignoring myself, I'm ignoring my family. It won't strike me at all. Why? Because I am talking about the whole. I'm worried about the whole. I am thinking about the whole. That's not an ordinary thing. So that has to happen. During this journey, that has to happen. Otherwise, you are not really believing the God that you're worshipping. I don't trust you, God. You will let me go. I know. If I don't pray, you will just ignore me. That is what we are saying.
I put it the other way, Guruji. It gives me a moral support, a mental, a courage.
What gives you mental courage?
So this is barter system is there, but nobody has insisted me to chant and all. I do it on my own will because it gives me a sense of namma kuttiyalukku namma pray pannindachu appadi. It gives me that sense of satisfaction probably.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that slowly we grow out of that. Slowly we grow out of that. Same temple, same time I spent today also that I spent in the last year also, but now the prayer is changing. You have to spend some time thinking about it. The prayer has changed. The prayer has changed. Because if I alone am good and other people are suffering, that is not a good world at all to live in. That's not a good world. How can we enjoy life when everybody else is struggling? Not possible. So this idea of family has to change, Shanti. This idea of family has to change. Because we are talking about idea of I is changing. I itself is changing. From this body to the entire universe. When is that going to happen? I better start changing the basic idea of I, family itself. Family has to become bigger and bigger. This is our acharyas lived that life, correct? They lived that life. For them, everybody is their family. They will say that. Everybody is part of my family only. Then that becomes a conflict-free life, Shanti. That's what earlier you said conflict. How these two things can go together. These are the things that have to come. Otherwise, the conflict will remain. My life is one thing, and then Advaita classes is another thing. Two different lives. What do they call it? Not dichotomy. What is it? Schizophrenic life.
Multiple personality.
Huh? Multiple personality.
Dr. Jekyll Hyde.
Jekyll Hyde. Okay. So good. I'm glad. Those are very good questions, by the way, Shanti. Very good questions. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Guruji.
Wait. But Premaji, do you have a question?
Yes, I was just going to make a statement that as long as you're questioning and saying, why isn't it happening? I'm expecting something to happen because I'm worshipping you. I want you to resolve whatever it is bothering me. Suddenly, once you're doing your sadhana sincerely, and what Guruji calls Chitta Shuddhi, I couldn't understand before, it happens automatically. Without you knowing, the change happens and you become a universal being rather than the person who focused on themselves and their near and dear ones. And how it happens, I don't know, but it happens. And it was pointed out to me because there is a lady called Gurumai, Baba Muktananda's ashram. She's a Swami. So I went and I had 2 children with me. And she said, who are they? So I said, this is my son, so-and-so. This is Dr. somebody else's son. She said, no, they're both your children. I said, no. Guru, this one and then this one. Third time it went in. And for some reason, maybe her blessings, sometimes Vinod says that I'm infantilizing people. Everybody becomes a child of mind, and I approach them that way. But it is not something that was programmed or planned or anything else. But the divinity, which is pure love, doesn't create conflicts, but creates harmony in places where it is needed. So that's personal experience. So you just have to be patient, Shanti. Then it is going to happen. How it is going to happen, we don't know.
Thank you.
But the process is happening, and there is grace, and Guruji is there. So we are very lucky.
So Ramuji comment, then Maumita. And then we'll conclude.
Sorry, Maheshji was talking about Agandananda, Agandana Jabam and all. Aganda Jabam, Agandanama, Divinamam, Jabam and all. From 1948 onwards, in Ayodhya, from the date the Ramalala was installed, the Aganda Jabam was going on till the Ayodhya temple was constructed. From 1948, that Japa was Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram was continuing. And like that, in Kanjangada, Sri Ramdas Ashram, the Sakanta Japa is going on 24 hours. And many temples, that Akanda Deepam is lit. Especially in Vadakanathan temple, there is a Naivalake that is growing and that is always there lit. But what you call that? The thing is that Nai will not melt at all and it will not smell at all. For years and years, it has been. I don't know when the temple was constructed, and still that date that Aganda Jivam is going on. Still that Nai is there as a rock. It is near around only in 200, 300, 100 kilometers only we can see that in Vadakanathan temple, Trichur.
The Devatas were worshipped by Sivaguru and Aryamba.
Yeah, yes. And Shanti's thing, there is the prayer is the Shanti was telling, what you call, deity she was talking about. Jnana Vaidagya Siddhyartham Pichande Hi Cha Parvati. That's the prayer. Bhagavad gave us.
Annapurna Siddhapurna.
Yeah, Annapurna. And the growth is always from I, we to us. I, we to us, the three states. That's for the marriages. From I, we grow to we, and then we embrace the whole world in the us.
Good. Thank you, Ramuji. Thank you. Maumita, quick.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Guruji, actually, Shantiji's question was I always wanted to ask you, but I always felt you will find me very silly if you ask you. But today, like her question has given me the confidence to share my views as well. Like as a student of sociology, Vedanta was just a word. But slowly when I was going to the slums, teaching children, those was just because project. I have to hand over a project and get good marks. I did not feel anything when I was working with them. But slowly, when I started teaching in Delhi as a home tutor, I found my bonding with the children become stronger. They were not other children, they became mine. When some of the children, instead of ma'am, they started telling me mama, the younger ones, it just came out. I could feel the sense of happiness. It was very blissful. Again, the feeling was just little only. And again, Vedanta was not much inside me. Again, it was a word. But slowly, over a period of time, within the last couple of years, I think, relate to Vedanta more when I'm able to lead my life that way. Opening myself to larger circles. My family is just not my husband, my mother, my son, but even more. So now when people just come, I meet them somewhere and I say, come to Bangalore. They come and stay in my house. They call me that I have come to the hospital. Somebody whom I have just randomly met. And when they come and they stay with me and the bonding, it expands. Now they become my brother. Some of them have become much more than my brother who settled in USA. So now I understand Vedanta more. And what you are now telling me, I can relate more. So I think the true Vedanta, if as long as I'm alive, I don't know, I'll be able to understand or not. At least 2%, if I'm able to imbibe in my life, then I can say that I'm successful in understanding Vedanta.
Good observation. Thank you for sharing that.
Same thing, just addition add that RSS pracharaks are always like that. They never go and stay in any hotels or in place, lodges or no. They go to any RSS worker's house and stay there for years. 1 day, 2 day they go. Everything has done. Like that, Modi might have stayed in lakhs of houses over the night.
Definitely. True. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Dhanyawad.